So right here, right? Yep, yep. Okay. Get this over with. So it's just like living with your so-called roommate. It's terrible. He keeps thinking that he's a zombie. So how did this all happen? So my roommate decided to buy a Ouija board, and when it arrived, well, all it was in the box was a demon, so yeah. So how was it like with your roommate before this all happened? Well, he was like a brother to me. We had so many laughs. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can we just finish this another time? I'm sorry. No, I can't. I can't do this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yo, what's up, Film Visa, and welcome back to another review on this year's Darkest Halloween. I just got done watching The Exorcist II, The Heretic from 1977, and here's my honest and spoiler-free review. So in this movie, 4 years after the bout of a demonic possession, Regan MacNeil seems at peace, but Father Lamothe became convinced that the demon still has a hold on her. Learning the ancient origins of the demon, Lamothe sets out to cleanse Regan's soul. Look, I know that I didn't like the first one, okay? Hate me. I've seen some comments, but like, this one was no better. Honestly, for me, this one was just worse than the first one. After thinking for a while, I can see why people actually do like the first one. But when it comes to Exorcist 2, well, I do not think people are going to like this, even if they watch it in theaters or anything. I don't think they will watch this, honestly. It's terrible. It's fucking terrible. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry, okay? I'll get to the actual review. Like always, let's start off with the acting of this movie. I mean, come on, Linda Blair back as Regan again. Come on, she can't get it wrong. She's just amazing in this role. And also we have Richard Burton, may he rest in peace, as Father Philip or the Moth. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. He was also amazing as Father Philip though. And for me, those were just the two standouts, honestly, for me this time around. And for everyone else, they were just fine, honestly. They're just fine. For me, something that was really cool from me looking at my notes from my Spider-Man notebook. I liked that they explored more of the backstory on where the demon actually came from. We didn't get a lot of, I guess, backstory, and we didn't even get any backstory. Okay, I'm gonna ask you this one. Where did the demon come from? Like, come on, like, did the Ouija board that was used in the first one, or like, where did it even come from? It just spawned there, you know? Just spawned there, I guess. Honestly, I just like that they implemented things from the first one, but honestly, just the story and mostly everything in this movie were not great. They were just terrible. So, like, what made this movie so bad? Let's start off with the editing. It's weird again. There's some weird cuts and just scenes that should have been longer, I guess. But yeah, look, I'm young, okay? I'm young. I have seen many horror movies with fast pacing. Like the recent one I saw, No One Will Save You, from in Hulu, I think it was, or Disney Plus, for me at least. That was like, at least for No One Will Save You, I felt like I blinked and then the whole movie was gone, you know? it was like insanely fast pacing for me, at least. That was what I felt. But yeah, I know many people probably don't think it's slow. The first one, for me, I think it was, because I had grown up with those fast movies. But like, I can watch slow movies, but like, why not? Why is it so long? It's just, if it's long, what do you want? It gets fucking boring. I'm sorry. It just gets boring. Like I said in the first review of The Exorcist 1, it's boring. It's just boring. After like thinking for a while, yes, I can see why people like the first one and think it's alright. But like, this one, oh god, why is it so long, boring, and just, why is it so slow? Please. Please. Looking at my notes and everything, it's just way too slow, and there's just way too much going on in this movie. I feel like they're balancing a lot of things that was kind of weird. Yeah, just the balancing of the backstory and just everything in general, not great. The story, I feel like, even though it explored more backstory, and I do like that, it was just the story wasn't great. I didn't really care about any of the story, to be honest. Look, I can see what John Boorman, I'm sorry, and Rospo Pallenberg, sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I'm definitely pronouncing both of them wrong, but like, I can see what they tried to do, okay? They tried to do something that pleases the audiences and gives them more backstory and depths in the characters and where the demon actually came from. I really enjoyed that they tried to do it, but for me, I feel like the whole execution wasn't great. Like, honestly, I think this is where I will be just going to the ranking, because overall, I don't have a lot to say, except that this movie was really bad. I'm sorry, it was. This movie was really bad, and that's my opinion. You can have a totally different opinion, and I respect that, because in this channel, we all going to respect someone's opinion. So for The Exorcist II, The Heretic, I'm giving horror 1 point. Look, I can see why this could be scary if you watched it back in 1977. We didn't have Conjuring and stuff like that. We didn't have, what's the scariest movie ever made? You guys comment down below, I guess. But like, they didn't have that back in the day. So I know why it's scary, but like, I'm gonna judge it now, and it's not really scary, of course. And yeah. And now for acting and dialogue, I'm giving it 1.5 points. Look, I feel like the acting was just alright without Father Philip and Linda Blair's character. Linda Blair, just the two standouts for me, really great. And the dialogue, it was something. It was really dreadful to just listen to, honestly. It was just too, yeah, just dreadful. And now for the story, I'm giving it storytelling. I'm giving it 1 point. I know they tried. Look, the director tried. I can see that, and I respect that. But the execution wasn't great, and it's just way too slow for me. That's my opinion, you know. So yeah. Okay, edited dark movies, I guess here. Like, I just realized that I did not mention, did I like this movie? As you can tell in the review probably, hell no. This movie was terrible. I'm sorry, 0 points. This movie was terrible. Okay, back to you. Overall, for this movie, it's a 3.5 out of 10, I guess, if I'm going to with the number rating. If I'm going with star rating, I'm going to have to do 1.5 out of 5 stars. If you can like Letterboxd, Rotten Tomatoes, or any other place with stars, of course. And now, if I were to judge it by critically rating, I would have to give it honestly, an F. Yep, Now, will I be recommending this movie even if you saw it back in 1977? I'm sorry, but no. This was just, I feel like even for people who liked the first, I feel like you're not gonna like this, and yeah, just I feel like you're not going to like this, honestly. But that is my honest opinion on this movie. Now I leave it up to you. I'm really interested. Did you actually like this movie, or did you dislike this movie like I did? And keep in mind, this is my review, and I'm just a person with a meaning of a film, an opinion of a film, and you don't have to agree with me, but I hope you enjoy this review. And before I end this, don't forget to follow me on X. I post there mostly daily, and I might just give you some first reaction to a movie I see, and just everything, just tweets and stuff like that. But yeah, I have a subscriber goal of 300 subscribers by the end of this year. So it would mean so much to me if you hit that red subscribe button. Or if you even liked, that would just help me so much. And it's free and it takes 1 second. And I'll see you guys in another spooky video. Goodbye.